Hi folks, how are you doing? Out tinkering with the little Svartpilen today, and I kind of thought I've got in a bit deeper as usual than I'd expected to, a bit like I did with the pillion peg delete on the other side of the bike, and I thought I might make a video about this. So basically what's happened is I had on my wish list on Amazon this bike rack, which was it's listed under being for Ducati Scrambler, and I'd thought about having somebody CNC something like this, but it was only $35.99, so I chucked it into my wish list. And then luckily for me, when Amazon had their weekend, I got it for £28.79, so I couldn't say no for that amount of money, even if it wasn't designed to fit my bike. I thought I'll make some brackets and somehow make it fit. So the brackets that are on it just now are actually the brackets for the Scrambler. It says on the blurb that it's an aftermarket saddlebag support rack for Scrambler 620 and 800, Classic full throttle 2015 to 2020, Desert Sled 2017 to 2020, Icon 62 2016 to 20, and it should fit any of those bikes. Turns out it fits my bike. I've put this one side on, when I do the other I'll talk you through it. It's pretty straightforward. The only thing is, I'll show you in a couple of stills. Once I've kind of stepped away from the bike, this is set so that any bags would be hanging sort of parallel with the ground. But I don't like this angle. My OCD. I'm going to loosen this off. I might have to drill a hole further up with a step drill, but I'm just going to drop this angle so it's the same as the rest of the seat. So I'll do that just now, and then once we get to the other side of the bike, I'll talk you through things over there. Right, something I've just had to do before I put this back together is both of these brackets were this way up, but I've flipped this one just so that things line up a little better. I can get up into the meat of the metal there, and that gets me in line perfectly with this. So I've done that. Like I say, I'll show you how I did everything properly on the other side. I just kind of got ahead of myself and thought, maybe I need to be making a video about this. Right, so let's just quickly talk you through what came in the box. I got two of these side brackets, and we've got four of these in total, so I've obviously used one of each, or one of these and two of these. An assortment of nuts and bolts, and I've not used any of these yet, and I won't need them. And out of here I used 2 nuts and bolts and 2 washers so far, so in total you'll need 4 out of here, but there's another issue which I'll explain to you. Underneath the seat there, that's where I put in my tail tidy, if you remember, and I just used the original bolts which used to slot up into the grab rail. Now this front one actually needs a bit more reach, because I've got this extra metal plate and the bracket now to get through. So luckily for me, when I was fitting that, it came with extra hardware. So the T30 bolt that goes in the bottom there, I've used the one that came with the tail tidy, which was slightly longer. It's 35mm long, so that's the one I used at the front. You'll see over there. I'll line these brackets up with these bolts. Once I'm happy with the placement of everything, I'll screw them both in I'll screw them in tightly, remove them one at a time, put on a dab of Loctite.